Jim Crow, where you still had this horrible, and I'm saying this from my point of view. Some people didn't see this as horrible. Some people saw it as good, and it made their life a lot better, I guess. But it doesn't make my life any better today, thinking about myself going back and living in that time. And I don't imagine anybody that had to endure being treated as a second class or third class or fourth class citizen at that time, whether they be black or were black or, whatever, Chinese, Caucasian, whatever it was they looked like or felt like or smelled like to other people because they were poor or had a different skin color or whatever. This is the disparity that remains and that is throughout the history of the United States, even though you have various times of progress, such as the beginning of the United States of America, the Declaration of Independence, the U.S. Constitution, the amendments to the Constitution, the battle in the courts for rights, battle between the state and the federal government, and the people have access to the courts. And then sometimes the president has the power to veto, and sometimes the president does have the power to veto, but sometimes the president is able to and does. And sometimes the president will sign an executive order, a lot of them. And then they will, often some presidents will push the boundaries of what a president should do and is able to do and allowed to do under the Constitution, according to the Constitution, because the president, upon taking the office of this job here, becoming the president, takes an oath to swear allegiance to and uphold the U.S. Constitution. Not to any person, not to any group of people, not to a book of rules, not to the Bible, not to the Quran or the Torah or the Bhagavad Gita or whatever those books are. I don't know. I only read the Bible. But I can tell you this. The United States of America is not based on the Bible. And the President of the United States does not have an obligation to follow the Bible. As a matter of fact, the President of the United States has an obligation to uphold and defend and swear allegiance to the Constitution of the United States of America, above the Bible, in matters of governing the state. And then, of course, I hope the president and any other person that's the president, whether that person be a man or a woman or the current president or any of those that are future presidents, if there is going to be such a thing,